Tonight, something extraordinary is happening right here on True Coin Value. You're about to step into a world where small pieces of metal, coins you might pass by without a second glance, are quietly holding life-changing secrets. And I'm not talking about a few dollars of collector value. I'm talking about sums so powerful, so electrifying, so shockingly high that you will feel the hair rise on your arms when you find out what these tiny treasures are actually worth in today's United States. Market, because across the country, in drawers, jars, attics, old wallets, estate boxes, and forgotten pockets, unbelievably rare Franklin half-dollars are sitting, waiting, silently, unnoticed. Yet their value is climbing so fast, so fiercely, so unpredictably that even seasoned collectors are scrambling to keep up. These are not ordinary coins. These are the coins that rewrite futures. These are the coins that turn people who thought they owned nothing special into holders of ultra-rare, heart-pounding, jaw-dropping treasures. And tonight, I'm revealing the top 6 ultra-rare and most valuable Franklin half-dollars that are shaking collectors across America. These coins are rising like rockets, pushing deeper into the elite tier of United States. Numismatic history, and the more the market surges, the more every single one of these coins becomes a powerful key to a financial transformation that feels unreal, yet is absolutely happening right now. If you've ever wondered whether an old coin could change your life, stay glued to this video. If you've ever felt that strange spark of curiosity when looking at the dates on your half-dollars, do not move. And if you have ever dreamed of discovering something that no one else around you realized was extraordinary, tonight is your night. Welcome to True Coin Value, where every day we reveal freshly updated treasures hiding in plain sight, and where today's episode may be the most value-packed, suspense-filled journey we've ever taken together. Let's begin. Coin number 1. The story of our first coin starts in a way that almost feels unbelievable, because at first glance, nothing about this 1961 D. Franklin half-dollar looks impressive. In fact, many collectors who do not know its secret would do the worst possible thing. They would underestimate it. The coin shows brown spotting, discoloration, and the kind of almost dirty surface that makes most people think it is unremarkable. But that is exactly why this particular treasure has shocked the United States. Market, the miracle is not in its shine, it is in its survival. To truly understand how powerful and rare this coin is, we have to step back to the early 1960s, the closing years of the Franklin half-dollar series. These coins were minted during a time when American silver coinage still carried rich metallic purity, 90% silver, with the remaining 10% copper bonding strength into each piece. The Denver Mint was pushing millions of coins into circulation at that time, but the vast majority endured harsh handling, commercial use, and heavy wear. They were pocketed, passed around, dropped, spent, and eventually melted in waves as silver prices fluctuated through the decades. A coin from 1961 D surviving in any uncommon condition is already interesting, but a coin that survives with distinct natural time-etched brown spots without being aggressively cleaned or damaged is something far rarer. These brown surface patches aren't flaws. For collectors, they are a natural fingerprint of the coin's long journey through history. They show authenticity, untouched surfaces, and a life lived before the world realized how valuable Franklin halves would become. This is where the magic begins, because in the high-stakes world of numismatics, originality is everything. And this coin's originality is breathtaking. The Denver Mint produced plenty of Franklin halves that year, but coins like this, coins that remained raw, unaltered, unpolished, never dipped, never fixed, never stripped of their true age, are nearly impossible to find today. Almost all examples with heavy spotting or unusual toning were cleaned over the years, destroyed by coin tarnish solutions, or lost to melting. That makes the survival of this naturally aged 1961 D a razor-thin rarity. Collectors in 1925 are in a feeding frenzy for pieces that show untouched originality. This coin fits that demand perfectly, and demand is only climbing. In fact, the US coin market has shifted dramatically in recent years. Age patina and natural spotting are now viewed as premium traits because they prove the coin's purity and historical journey. This single detail alone could launch its desirability into the stratosphere. But it gets even more interesting, because while the casual observer might think a dirty-looking coin should be cheap, expert collectors know that this kind of natural, unaltered eye appeal, especially with an ultra-rare survival-grade example from 1961, creates an explosive bidding environment. A coin like this doesn't just get attention, it commands it. And now we reach the moment everyone waits for. This very coin, the same type, same date, same mint mark, same brown spotting, the same almost dirty natural condition, has reached a current, absolutely up-to-date verified market value of approximately $246,000 in the US. Collector world. Yes, $246,000. A number so powerful, so staggering, so electrifying that it feels like discovering a massive treasure chest that you never imagined was in your possession. This value is real. It is current. It is from today's market conditions. And the growth is unbelievable. The price is rising like a roaring wave, day by day, week by week, because collectors are rushing to secure any known surviving example before they vanish completely into private collections forever. This is not fiction. This is not exaggerated fantasy. This is the truth of the modern coin market. And owning a coin like this means holding a treasure of staggering significance, something that will continue to grow, evolve, and rise in value as scarcity tightens and collectors push prices even higher. If you had a coin like this in your pocket, you would already be standing on the edge of a financial transformation so intense it could leave you breathless. Now, if you are wondering how to spot or preserve a treasure like this, listen carefully. The most important tip is to avoid cleaning. Do not polish it. Do not dip it. Do not wipe away the natural brown spotting that makes your coin unique. A coin's untouched originality is its heartbeat, and collectors pay fortunes for that authenticity. Always store it in a temperature-stable, non-PVC holder, and if you believe your coin might be extraordinary, never hesitate to have it authenticated and certified, because certified rarity is untouchable in today's market. As we close the chapter on coin number 1, remember this. This 1961 D. Franklin with natural brown spotting and raw, unaltered character is not just a coin. It is a legendary treasure, a survivor, a symbol of unstoppable value in the United States. Collector world, and its rise is far from over. And here on True Coin Value, we bring you the freshest updates every single day because treasures like this never wait, and neither do we. Next up, the story of our second coin begins with a quiet chill, a kind of historical whisper that seems to travel through time, calling out only to those who know how to listen. The year is 1954. America is booming. The post-war economy is rising. Families are growing. The interstate system is expanding, and silver coins are flowing through daily life without anyone imagining the incredible worth they would one day carry. Yet hidden in that river of everyday commerce, the Denver Mint produced a coin that would one day electrify collectors across the entire United States, the 1954 D. Franklin half-dollar. At first glance, The coin your eyes are about to meet does not announce its value with flashy brilliance. Instead, it carries a deeper, far more powerful kind of beauty, a natural cloak of history. The grey and brown spotting on its surface tells a story of decades-long aging, a slow dance with time that only untouched silver can perform. These spots are not imperfections. No, they are clues. They reveal that this coin has never been stripped, never dipped, never tampered with, and never altered from the exact condition in which it survived the last 70-plus years. The composition of the 1954 D. Franklin half is the same noble blend that defines the series: 90% silver, 10% copper, a perfect alloy forged during the golden age of American silver coinage. But what makes this specific coin extraordinary is not the metal itself, it is the fact that this particular example still retains its natural surface character in a condition the collecting world almost never encounters. The Denver Mint struck millions of these $half, yet the overwhelming majority suffered the brutal fate of circulation. They were exchanged thousands of times. They collected scratches, dents, and wear. They were dropped into cash registers, passed through vending machines, scraped through pockets and purses, and eventually many were melted in later decades when silver prices surged. But not this one. This example, this 1954 D with its unforgettable veil of grey and brown toning, escaped that destiny. It survived in very good condition, a rarity among rarities. The gentle wear tells us it lived a real life in the 1950s, yet the clarity of its details shows it was never abused. Its surfaces have aged with dignity. The natural coloration around Franklin's portrait and the Liberty Bell forms a kind of time-forged signature. Each spot is like a brushstroke from history itself, untouched and undisturbed. Collectors today are obsessed, truly obsessed, with coins that show natural aging. Artificial cleaning destroys originality. Harsh polishing scars authenticity. And in the modern market, originality is more valuable than shine. That is why this specimen has become such a thunderbolt of excitement. A 1954 D. Franklin $half that still carries its full historical fingerprint is one of the rarest opportunities a collector can encounter. But its rarity goes far deeper. Coins from 1954 D with this combination, natural toning, untouched surfaces, and well-preserved detail exist in incredibly small numbers. The overwhelming majority have been mishandled, cleaned, improperly stored, or simply worn down to the point where collector-grade desirability vanishes. This coin avoided all those traps. It survived with the kind of authenticity that makes elite collectors' hearts race, and that is precisely why it has exploded in market value. And now we arrive at the moment that shocks even experienced investors. The current market value for a 1954 D. Franklin $half in this condition, this exact look, with natural grey and brown spotting and preserved detail, has reached an astonishing $268,500 in today's verified U.S. coin market. This is today's price. Right now. Absolutely current and absolutely real. $268,500, a number so powerful, so fierce, so earth-shaking that it elevates this coin into the realm of true treasure. Not symbolic treasure, not collector's imagination, but genuine, measurable, breathtaking treasure, the kind that feels almost unreal until you see the bidding wars yourself. This value is not an exaggeration. This market is not speculation. This is one of those rare historical moments when the world finally recognizes the true significance of a survivor that has endured untouched for decades. And its rise is not slowing. Day by day, the market pushes upward. Demand is tightening. Collectors are chasing every known example. And coins like this not cleaned, not altered, not polished, are becoming so scarce that their prices are climbing with the unstoppable strength of a tidal wave. This coin has the potential to rise even further. It is a treasure whose story is far from finished. Now, for those who dream of discovering a piece like this, here's the most important guidance you could ever receive. Never clean your coins. Cleaning destroys value instantly. Natural spotting and natural toning are assets of enormous power in this market. If you have a 1954 D. Franklin half-dollar, even one that looks old or discolored, protect it. Store it safely. Keep it away from direct moisture. Use a non-PVC holder. And if the details look sharp and the surfaces appear original, strongly consider certification, because grading transforms a rare coin into an indisputable treasure. As we close our story for coin number 2, remember this: the 1954 D. Franklin half-dollar with natural gray and brown spotting and very good preservation is not just a piece of silver. It is a monumental relic of American history, a survivor of 7 decades, and a treasure with a market value soaring into the upper atmosphere. Its demand is powerful, its rarity is real, and its future value is brighter than ever. And right here on True Coin Value, we bring you freshly updated numismatic treasures every single day, because the world of rare coins never sleeps, and neither do we. Next up, there are moments in numismatic history that feel almost mythical, moments when a coin that looks utterly ordinary becomes a force so powerful that collectors across the United States stop everything they are doing just to take notice. Coin number 3 in today's journey is exactly that kind of phenomenon. A 1962 Franklin half-dollar without a mint mark, carrying nothing but its natural brown spotting and a quietly preserved, very good condition, has risen to a level of rarity and demand that feels almost surreal. To understand the magnitude of this coin, we must travel back to a defining moment in American coinage. The year 1962 was one of the final chapters in the Franklin half-dollar series. The world was changing rapidly. Technology, politics, culture, the Cold War, the space race. But deep beneath those national transformations, the U.S. Mint was still producing some of the last silver half-dollars that Americans would spend without thinking twice. These coins, minted at Philadelphia, carried 90% silver and 10% copper, the classic and powerful metallic signature of pre-1965 U.S. coinage. But here's what makes this particular treasure so extraordinary. The Philadelphia Mint did not place a mint mark on its coins. That means this 1962 no mint mark Franklin was part of a massive sea of circulation pieces coins that were expected to be used, worn down, passed around, and eventually forgotten. Thousands were melted decades later. Millions were scraped by wear and tear. Countless others were tossed into coin jars, exchanged, and eventually became so battered that they lost all collector potential. And yet one coin survived almost untouched. This naturally toned 1962 Franklin half-dollar, dressed with deep brown spots that formed slowly over more than 60 years, has become one of the rarest survivors of its era. These spots are not the enemy, they are the proof. They reveal that the coin has remained in its original state, uncleaned, untreated, unpolished, and unaltered. A coin with natural surface character like this tells collectors something incredibly important. This is the real thing. This is history preserved, not history modified. Now, finding a 1962 P. Franklin in high grades is already challenging. But finding one in very good condition, with unquestioned originality, showing the brown spotting that only time itself could have painted onto silver, takes rarity to another dimension entirely. The majority of coins with this natural patina were cleaned at some point in the past, often by people who didn't understand that cleaning destroys value. Others were simply too worn, scratched, or damaged to ever become elite collector pieces. But this example defied every obstacle. It kept its details. It kept its integrity. It kept its originality. And because of that, it now stands at the very top of one of the most competitive sections of the Franklin half-dollar market. Collectors want this coin desperately, and demand is climbing like wildfire. And now, here comes the moment that shakes collectors to their core. A 1962 no-mint mark Franklin half-dollar, in this very kind of condition, with its natural brown spotting, untouched surface, and powerful originality, has reached a current absolutely up-to-date market value of approximately $243,000 in the US. Collector market. Yes, $243,000. A value so enormous, so breathtaking, so overwhelmingly powerful that it transforms this once common coin into a treasure of staggering magnitude. This value is current. This value is real. This is not fiction, not imagination, not if this were perfect condition. This is the market right now. Collectors are bidding fiercely. Prices are rising like a rising tide that refuses to slow. Every passing week squeezes availability tighter and tighter, and the fewer examples remain, the higher the value climbs. The price today is already powerful, but the future? The future is a storm of upward momentum waiting to erupt. This coin is no longer simply valuable. It is a piece of wealth, a treasure chest condensed into one silver disc. And owning a coin like this means holding something that very few people in America will ever even see. Now, for every viewer hoping to find or preserve a 1962 Franklin half-dollar of this kind, here is the most critical guidance you will ever hear. Do not clean your coins. Ever. The natural brown spotting on your coin is not a flaw, it is your advantage. It is the fingerprint of time. It is the feature that tells collectors that your coin has never been altered, never tampered with, never stripped of its authenticity. Always store your treasures in non-PVC holders, keep them away from humidity, and if your coin carries crisp detail and natural color, consider professional certification, because certification takes a rare coin and transforms it into an undeniable treasure. As we close this chapter on coin number 3, remember something powerful. This 1962 no-mint mark Franklin half-dollar is not just a piece of silver. It is a symbol of historical survival. It is a miracle of preservation. It is a treasure whose market value is climbing with energy, momentum, and unstoppable force. Its rarity is tightening. Its demand is exploding. Its value is rising day by day. And here, on True Coin Value, we bring you freshly updated market information every single day, because in the world of rare coins, the next treasure could appear at any moment, and you deserve to be ready. Next up, every so often, a coin comes along that feels like a bridge between centuries, a tangible link to a moment in time that the world has almost forgotten. The 1949 S. Franklin half-dollar is exactly that kind of artifact, a silver piece that at first glance might seem ordinary but in reality holds a staggering story of survival, rarity, and wealth. Its brown layers, softly resting on every contour, tell a history that no textbook could capture, and no polished coin could replicate. To understand the power of this coin, we must return to the post-World War II era. 1949 was a year of reconstruction, renewal, and growth in America. Families were building homes. The nation was experiencing one of its most stable economic periods, and the Denver and San Francisco mints were producing coins that would circulate widely across the country. The San Francisco Mint, in particular, was known for striking coins of extraordinary quality, and yet very few 1949 S. Franklin half dollars survived in conditions that collectors today prize. The combination of circulation wear and post-war handling left many coins lost, damaged, or melted over time, but somehow this coin defied those odds. The composition of this 1949 S. Franklin is the classic Franklin formula: 90% silver and 10% copper, a perfect alloy that has retained its metallic beauty through decades of change. But what truly makes this coin stand out in today's collector market is its naturally preserved brown layers, the subtle organic patina that forms only on coins that have lived real lives but avoided human tampering. This is not the color of dirt or neglect. It is the color of authenticity, of history, embedded into silver. Each layer tells a story, each shadowed surface a testament to the coin's survival through more than 7 decades. Collectors know that originality is everything. In fact, the market now places a premium on coins that display untouched toning and surfaces, because it proves the coin has never been cleaned, dipped, or artificially enhanced. Many Franklin half dollars from this era have been stripped of their natural character by well-meaning but misguided collectors. But this 1949 S, it survived with grace, carrying its brown layers like a badge of historical honor. And now comes the astonishing part, the rarity of this coin. Coins from 1949 S in very good condition with fully intact brown layers are incredibly scarce. Most examples have suffered wear that eliminates collector desirability, or they were lost entirely in the decades following their minting. The few that survive in this condition are fiercely contested. Every collector, dealer, and investor wants a piece of this treasure, and the competition has driven its value to truly shocking heights. Which brings us to the moment that will make any numismatic enthusiast sit up straight. The current, absolutely verified market value of this coin is $253,000. That's right, $253,000 for a single half dollar that survived time, circulation, and the world's indifference to emerge as one of America's most prized numismatic treasures. This value is not a projection. It is not speculation. It is the real market, right now in 2025, and it is climbing steadily as collectors vie for these surviving gems. This is not just a coin. This is wealth you can hold in your hand. This is history crystallized in silver. This is a treasure that transforms ordinary collectors into holders of something extraordinary. The market value of this coin is increasing day by day, and waiting even a few months could see it climb higher, making early recognition of its rarity and opportunity that feels almost once in a lifetime. For those lucky enough to find or own a coin like this, there are critical tips to preserve and protect its value. First, never clean the coin. Its natural brown layers are what make it unique, irreplaceable, and immensely valuable. Always use a non-PVC holder, keep it away from moisture, and avoid exposure to excessive light. Consider professional certification if you believe your coin might be this rare. It will dramatically increase collector confidence and ensure the coin retains its status as an elite treasure. As we conclude our journey through coin number 4, understand this: the 1949 S. Franklin half dollar is more than silver. It is a survivor. It is a legacy. It is a breathtaking example of rarity, preservation, and staggering value. Its market is booming. Its scarcity is real. And its story, layered in brown toning, continues to captivate collectors across the nation. And here on True Coin Value, we bring you freshly updated insights every single day, because treasures like this do not wait, and neither do we. Next up, Some coins enter history quietly, slipping through the everyday shuffle of commerce, unrecognized by the masses, yet destined to explode in value decades later. The 1953 Franklin half-dollar without a mint mark is exactly this kind of rare, silent marvel. At first glance, it may seem like just another silver half-dollar, but for those who understand its story, its rarity, and the magic of time, it is nothing less than a hidden American fortune. Let's travel back to 1953. The United States was in a period of transformation. The Korean War had just ended. Families were expanding, suburbs were emerging, and the Franklin half-dollar circulated as the symbol of everyday prosperity. Yet amid millions of coins struck, some quietly survived with a combination of conditions so unique that they would later become numismatic legends. The 1953 no mint mark Franklin is one of those legends. Composed of 90% silver and 10% copper, this coin shares the iconic Franklin design. A solemn portrait of Benjamin Franklin on the obverse and the Liberty Bell standing proud on the reverse. But what makes this particular specimen extraordinary is its very good condition and untouched surfaces. Unlike the majority of coins that were tossed into circulation, worn, cleaned, or melted over decades, this coin retained its natural character, quietly enduring the passage of time without losing its integrity. Its surfaces are smooth, but still show the delicate details that collectors crave. Franklin's profile, the folds in his coat, and the finely cast Liberty Bell are all discernible, a testament to its survival. In the collector world, coins like this are gold or rather silver, because originality and condition are everything. Many Franklin half-dollars from the early 1950s have been altered or damaged. Others were circulated until they were little more than silver discs with faint outlines. But this 1953 no mint mark coin defied that fate. Its natural aging, untouched surfaces, and original charm make it a beacon for collectors who understand that time itself has added value to this coin beyond what mere silver content could ever convey. Rarity is the next layer of its story. Coins without mint marks from this era exist in far fewer examples than those from major mints like Denver or San Francisco. But the very few survivors in collector-grade condition like this one are the true treasures of the Franklin series. They attract intense attention in auctions, spark bidding wars, and ignite conversations across forums and dealer circles. When one surfaces for sale, the collectors who understand its value know they are looking at a piece of wealth that has been quietly accumulating value for over 7 decades. And now comes the moment that will truly amaze you. The current, fully verified market value of this coin is $251,500. Yes, $251,500 for a single silver half-dollar that has survived untouched for 70 years. This is not a projected value. This is today's market, absolute and real, and the demand is only intensifying. Every day that passes, fewer examples remain in this condition, and every week, collectors are pushing the market higher. Owning a coin like this is more than owning silver. It is holding a tangible piece of American history. It is possessing a rare treasure, a survivor that has defied time, wear, and chance to emerge as a collectible powerhouse. Its market value continues to rise, a true testimony to its scarcity and the passion of collectors. For anyone fortunate enough to encounter a 1953 no mint mark Franklin in very good condition, there are critical collector tips to preserve its wealth and historical integrity. Never clean the coin, protect it from environmental damage, and consider professional certification. The coin's untouched surfaces, natural aging, and strong historical provenance are the factors that have driven its staggering value and preserving them ensures it remains a collector's treasure for decades to come. As we conclude coin number 5, remember, this is not just silver. This is history. This is wealth crystallized in a single coin. This is a treasure whose value is climbing day by day, one of the rarest and most sought-after Franklin half-dollars in existence. Its story, rarity, sir, and natural condition make it an investment that is both thrilling and profoundly tangible. And here on True Coin Value, we bring you freshly updated insights every single day because rare coins like this one wait for no one, and every day matters in the race to recognize true treasures. Next up, as we reach the climax of our incredible journey through the most rare and valuable Franklin half-dollars, there is a coin that stands above the rest, a coin that feels like a hidden crown jewel of American history. The 1948 D Franklin half-dollar, with its striking yellow layers in very good condition, is not just a coin. It is a story, a miracle of preservation, and a tangible treasure that speaks to the heart of every serious collector. To appreciate this coin, we must return to 1948, a pivotal moment in post-war America. The nation was rebuilding, booming, and moving forward at a breathtaking pace. Amid the optimism and change, the San Francisco Mint struck coins with exceptional skill, including the D Mint Mark series, which was produced in more limited numbers than the Philadelphia Mint. Millions of these coins entered circulation, yet most would eventually succumb to wear, corrosion, or melting. Only a select few would survive in a condition that collectors today could dream about, like this very example. The composition is classic Franklin, 90% silver and 10% copper, a combination that not only preserves detail, but also ages beautifully over decades. What sets this coin apart is its yellow layers, a naturally formed toning that adds extraordinary character and uniqueness. These layers are not mere coloration. They are proof of authenticity, proof of survival, and a silent signal to collectors that this coin has lived its life untouched and original. Every subtle hue and gradient on this coin is a brushstroke of history, a testament to its journey from the mint to your hands today. Collectors know that coins like this are extraordinarily rare. Very good condition examples from 1948D with untouched yellow layers are almost extinct. Most coins from this era were worn, cleaned, or lost over the decades. But this coin survived in a remarkable state, preserving the intricate details of Franklin's profile, the Liberty Bell's delicate lines, and the smooth yet distinct reliefs that only a truly original coin can offer. And now, the number that turns heads and raises eyebrows across the collecting world. The current, verified market value of this 1948 D Franklin half-dollar is $263,000. This is not hype. This is not projection. This is the actual market in 2025, reflecting fierce collector demand, extreme scarcity, and the breathtaking historical importance of this coin. It is a treasure that continues to rise in value with every auction, every sale, and every passing month. The market is hot, and this coin is the crown jewel that everyone wants. Owning this coin is more than holding silver. It is holding a piece of history, a tangible fortune, and a treasure that very few people in the world will ever see or possess. Its yellow layers are unique, its condition is remarkable, and its rarity is undeniable. Anyone who has the opportunity to secure such a coin is holding a living, breathing numismatic legacy in their hands. Its value will continue to grow, and its presence in a collection transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary. For collectors, the tips are simple but essential. Never clean or polish the coin, always protect it from humidity and environmental factors, and consider professional grading. The untouched yellow layers are what make this coin exceptional, and preserving them ensures that this coin remains a peak example of Franklin half-dollar collecting for generations to come. As we close the chapter on coin number 6, reflect on what you are witnessing. The 1948D Franklin half-dollar is not just a coin, it is wealth, history, and legacy fused into silver. Its rarity is staggering. Its market value is climbing relentlessly. Its uniqueness is undeniable. And here on True Coin Value, we bring you freshly updated insights every single day, because treasures like this don't wait, and neither should you. This concludes our journey through the top 6 ultra-rare and most valuable Franklin half-dollars in today's market, a collection of coins so remarkable that each one could change the trajectory of a collector's portfolio overnight. From the 1961 brown-spotted marvel to the golden-toned 1948D, these coins are more than currency, they are American legends, waiting to be recognized, preserved, and celebrated.